Hello and good evening. My name is Morgan Scherer. I am a part-time AAC user and independent AAC researcher and educator. I am going to present some neat AAC tips and tricks tonight. So, one of the difficult things about AAC is that I have far, far less control over the tone, emphasis, and expressiveness than a person speaking normally does. Even with this voice, AI chooses the emphasis, not me. In case you were curious, I am using my new custom 11 Labs voice tonight, which was free via Grid's new partnership with 11 Labs. I am thoroughly delighted with the expressiveness of my new voice, though it does require the internet, and there are some interesting quirks that I can tell you about later if we have time. While the voice I am using now is pretty darn incredible regarding its expressiveness, by far the majority of AAC voices tend to be a bit monotone. One way one of the more popular and common AAC Voices companies has dealt with that is by adding specific sounds and expressive phrases to their voices repertoire. The company is a cappella group, and they call these expressive sounds and phrases vocal smileys. Here's an example of a regular phrase versus a vocal smiley.
So this is where it gets tricky. I was going to share my screen so you could see what I was doing, but the voices won't come through. I'm going to share my screen and show you what I'm doing, and then simultaneously do it on my actual AAC, which is going to be a little disjointed, but I think it'll work. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay.
I love you. I love you.
I love you. I love you.
Versus
I love you.
And again.
I love you.
Or
I like you.
I like you. I like you. I like you. I like you.
So much better. Now, these are some of my kiddos' favorite, and he will sit there and do this.
I like you.
It'll do the vocal smiley, and then he'll take it away and listen to it.
I like you.
And then he'll add it again.
I like you.
And listen to it. So it'll be
I like you.
And then
I like you.
And then
I like you.
And then he'll go back even further and deconstruct the phrase. And he's deconstructed several gestalts this way by deconstructing from the vocal smiley specifically. And after he's did that, he started saying, I love you. And I like you. And I thought that was pretty darn cool. So how do we do it?
Vocal smileys include two categories: sounds and exclamations. Sounds include things like laughing, sighing, crying, and animal sounds like moo and meow. Exclamations include quite a few different phrases and single words that have greater expressiveness and emphasis.
Did I do just the same one twice? Okay, so this is Grid's vocal smileys grid set that is downloadable. They call it, what do they call it? Acapella. Oh, they actually do call it voice smileys instead of vocal smileys. So I found it by searching for acapella. TD Snap also has a similar thing that is downloadable. Vocal smileys. I believe Angela Morad put this together, and it's really too bad you can't hear them.
Guess what?
So I'm gonna open them with my AAC, my other AAC, so that you can hear them. All right.
Bye-bye.
Now it's motor plan, so it goes back to the home page every single time. So it takes me a minute to reset.
Boom. Buzz off. Everything. Goodbye.
And there's just so many of them. Not all of them work for each voice. So you can either just figure it out by seeing which ones work with which voices, or we can go to acapella and they will tell us. So here we are in the acapella group on their website. Whoops.
These are the exclamations available in English and which voices they are available in. I tend to use the Ella voice, and in fact, Ella, Emilio English, and Josh have the most vocal smileys. They pretty much only differ in their swearing. Oddly, Josh and Emilio have the vocal smiley of fuck off, whereas Ella has fudge off. It seems slightly sexist, but there you go.
You can see that down here as I scroll. That they're pretty much the same. And there's a lot of not applicables. So when you try, there's what I highlighted. So when you try to just click all the vocal smileys, you'll get just regular tones and then vocal smiley suddenly. Now,
you're probably noticing as you look at the options that all the exclamations do in fact have an exclamation point, and the few questions have a question mark. And that indeed is these are all messages I could mix and match as needed.
Oops.
Or just stick with the original message, secret, and how you can construct vocal smileys on the fly or add them to quick fires. You simply add the exclamation or question mark.
And my message got a little mixed up there, but that's it. You just add the exclamation point or the question mark, and as long as you know that it's a vocal smiley, in fact, it will work. Now I'm getting to the other set of vocal smileys.
Bravo! Brilliant. Fun and good luck.
That one was not a vocal smiley. So this is one reason I advocate for having easy access to well, this is why I'm an AAC user, punctuation, because then you can use the vocal smileys. And if it's easy to get to the punctuation, then you can add so much more tone and interest, and it's way more fun to use AAC when people are paying attention and when you can have lots of tone. It's just way more fun and way more interesting, and people do pay attention so much better. So there we go, vocal smileys.